তুমি এদিকে আসো। Hello students, I am Subhadeep Naik, um, PGT English of Kendriya Vidyalaya number 1 Imphal, and from today onwards I shall start the online video lecture series on the chapters of class 12 English, and with that in mind, today I shall discuss the key points of your first chapter of Flamingo, the core reader of class 12 English, and the first chapter is the last lesson, and I shall discuss the key points, and if you understand those key points, then I think the whole chapter shall be clear to you. And at the onset, I want to thank everybody for allowing me to take my class from my room due to the advent of COVID-19. So let's start. So first, see, the author of the last lesson is Alphonse Daudet. Alphonse Daudet. Alphonse Daudet. He is a French writer cum poet, and this story, the last lesson, is the story of a certain period in the world history. It is a story of the Franco-Prussian War, and what happened at the aftermath of the Franco-Prussian War. So, what happened after the Franco-Prussian War? After the Franco-Prussian War, the districts of Alsace and Lorraine became a part of the Prussian kingdom. So earlier, before the Franco-Prussian War, before the Franco-Prussian War, these two regions of Alsace and Lorraine were a part of the French kingdom, were a part of France. But later on, after the Franco-Prussian War, what happened? Prussia won victory over France. Prussia won victory over France and annexed those two regions. Alsace and Lorraine. Now, this is a story about how the citizens of Alsace and Lorraine take this event of annexation of their place into the Prussian kingdom. And by annexation, and I mean that the Prussian government also snatched away their language also here. So the official language of Prussia is German, was Germany, and the people of Alsace and Lorraine spoke French. They were Frenchmen. They were French people. But after this, the Prussian government annexed those two regions. You know, the German language was forced upon these people, and the Prussian government issued a fatwa that after such and such date, German and only German shall be spoken in the official purview. Okay, German and only German, and French shall not be taught in the schools and colleges. Only German shall be the official language, language in the official circumstances. Okay, so now let's discuss the key points here. So first let me tell you the background. So I already started telling you the background, and that is that this after the Franco-Prussian War, the Prussian kingdom annexed Alsace and Lorraine into their empire. Now, here in this war, in this Franco-Prussian War, a person played the key role, and the name is Otto von Bismarck. He played the key role, and after the Franco-Prussian War, he became the Chancellor of Prussia, the supreme authority of Prussia, and he ruled Prussia up to 1890. He ruled Prussia up to 1890. Okay. And who is this Otto von Bismarck? He is a Prussian statesman or a Prussian official, Prussian high-ranked politician. Okay. Now let me tell you about Prussia. Prussia. See, Prussia is the historical name of Germany, some parts of Austria, and some parts of Poland. Okay. So the historical Prussian Empire annexed, combined within itself Germany, some parts of Austria, some parts of Austria and Poland. And Poland. Parts of Austria and Poland. Okay. Now, let me start. Let me tell you about this lesson. See here, the the mouthpiece of the writer in this chapter is Franz, a small boy, Franz, a small boy, Franz. And we see everything through the eyes of Franz. Whatever Franz is, we come to know. So he is the hero of this story, the protagonist. And this story describes the day in which the Prussian government is about to assume control over the regions of Alsace and Lorraine. So that was the final day of the French language being taught in schools and colleges. And after that, the Prussian government shall assume control and they will start the nurturing of German language. Okay. And the capital of the Prussian kingdom is Berlin. Berlin. So the order is issued from Berlin. See, the place itself does not issue the order, but the government here. Here, Berlin represents the government. Okay. So now France, the chapter begins as Franz starts for his school. Okay. And on the way he notices some changes, and those changes shall tell us, shall help us to arrive at the confirmed decision that something new is about to take place now. So that day is a period of transition from the French to German language. So that day is that day marks the transitional period. So now, what changes did Franz notice? He sees that near the town hall, people were gathered near the bulletin board. Now, what is bulletin board? Bulletin board is a type of notice board where the official decisions are displayed to the public. Okay. So It is a type of official notice board, where the decisions taken by the rulers are written, or the laws framed by the new rulers. Something new the rulers wanted to tell the public, everything were written on the bulletin board. Now he sees another change. Now see, when the chapter begins, the small boy Franz did not know about all this. That this will be his last class of French. But as he notices the changes, he becomes suspicious. He feels that दाल में कुछ काला है, something is wrong now today. Okay, so and what are the, and now I was telling you the changes. And another change he notices on the way is that he sees the Prussian soldiers drilling. Here drilling means doing drill and PT. And by drill PT I mean that marching, to practice marching, post march and all that. Okay, drill PT, 1 2 3 4, left right, all that. Okay, so and now Franz reaches his school, and here also he sees a change. He did not hear any noise coming from the school, from the classes. Everybody were silent. Everybody was silent, and they listened to the class attentively. Another change, he was not scolded by the bad-tempered M. Hamel that day, and he just told Franz to occupy his seat. He just gently told him to occupy his seat quickly. Other changes, M. Hamel, was dressed in his best attire. M. Hamel wore his best clothes on that day. So that day is something special, something noteworthy. Again, the back benches were occupied by the grown-up people, by the grown-up citizens of Alsace and Lorraine. The elderly people, the grown-up people of the citizens of Alsace and Lorraine also attended M. Hamel's class, French class, apart from the students, and they brought their old primer with them. And what is primer? Primer is the basic grammar book of a particular language. Basic grammar book of a language. of a language. Now, at last, M. Hamel starts to speak, and he says that, and he enlightens France about the true state of events. He's enlightened France. He enlightens France about the true state of events, or no, where they stand actually, where the citizens of Alsace and Lorraine stand. And M. Hamel says to the class that today is the last class of French, and from tomorrow onwards, German and only German shall be taught in the schools. And French language shall be, abolished from the official circumstances, from the official purview. Okay. And it is the order issued from Berlin, means the hub of the Prussian government. The Berlin is the capital, so it is the hub of the government, the central place of the Prussian government. Okay. Now, these words shocked France very much, and the news came to him like a bolt from the blue. The news about the abolition of French language came to him like a bolt from the blue. A bolt from the blue. Actually, it is an idiom. A bolt means lightning, and the blue means the sky. So this news came as lightning to France. Means it shocked him desperately. And why did it shock him? Because until now he has not learned his own mother language properly, his native tongue properly. Okay, until now. And now he has no time to cover up his ignorance now. And until now he has ignored his French, his own mother tongue, and he played truant from the French classes, and until now he this was not interested. Until now he was not interested in taking French lessons, and now he realizes that he shall not get to learn French anymore. So that is why this news shocks him very much. And why, and what does this imply? The abolition of the French language. It is a sort of uprooting the culture, the heritage, the roots of the French people. The French people were accustomed to speak French. French is a language that came naturally to them. It came naturally to them. Now, if you take a, a person's language from somebody, from that person, then you are snatching away his voice. And you know that French language is a symbol of the French culture, of the French heritage. Now, if you force them to speak German, they will become nobody. So, this chapter is also about the loss of identity of the French citizens, of the French people, or the inhabitants of Alsace and Lorraine. So, thank you, students. In the next class, I will start from page number, you know, in the next class, I will start from the part after the line. What a thunderclap those words were to me, and I shall discuss up to our heads at one stroke. Thank you.